Hello, hello. Hello, welcome, welcome. How y'all doing today? Hello, CEO you kid. If I'm saying it right, user 6687. Hello, hello. I just wanted to jump on real quickly. Smile. Thank you for joining me. I just wanted to jump on real quickly and continue from yesterday. The message that I left off with yesterday. We talked about yesterday the spirals of life. How life is a big spiral. You go up, you come down, your mindset changes. And I left infamous 895. Hey, how are you? Welcome. And I left off talking about that right before I was about to go out. Today I wanted to talk real quickly, maybe 10 minutes, about being high on life. Being high on life. Because last night I went out and I had a great time. And if I could compare it to moments in my life in the past when I had went out, I have a different mindset. I went out in a state of peace. I had such a great time because I hadn't been out in a while. I've been doing a lot of orders. You know, I make products all the time, so I'm always in my warehouse working. But I went out and I had this state of peace, this knowing state of peace and love and abundance that surrounded me. And my mindset has changed throughout the years because now I've evolved to my higher self. And so it's like, now it's like nobody outside of me really can give me anything that I don't already have within. And so that's what I wanted to talk about, being high on life, because it felt to me as if I was on a high. You know, like I was just so happy. I felt so much love and so much inner peace. You know, just interacting with strangers while I was out. You know, from the bartender to the waiter to the people that was in the restaurant, on the street, wherever I was, I really enjoyed myself. And what I want to say here on this quick live is almost equivalent. Being high on life is almost equivalent to being like high. You know how people naturally try to go for marijuana? They go for a certain drug. They go for alcohol. I feel like we all collectively are trying or giving our attention to trying to get to a certain high, when naturally we have the ability to get there without the drug, because we come forth in physical form being able to secrete dimethyltryptamine in our body naturally. That's something we naturally can do. We naturally do it when we're giving birth to a baby. We naturally do it right before we're about to go to sleep. Hey baby, how are you? We naturally do it when we meditate. There's certain moments when we experience joy or love, we naturally secrete this. It's like we just get to that same equivalent place where somebody that's smoking marijuana is, where they're feeling like that chill pill almost. But we could get to this place basically with our mind, a renewing of our mind, and remembering that we are the drug. That we, even just like the drug, we don't have to go outside of our body, outside of ourselves to experience the drug. We could just have that experience within ourselves when we become that peace. When we become that bliss, when we become that love. It's such a beautiful place to be, and I really just wanted to talk about being high on life. Finding the beauty in life, because there's so much of beauty in the physical reality. You're God coming forth in physical form, having a human experience. Find the good, because there's good everywhere. You can find the good in the animal. You can find the good in the sun shining on a beautiful day. You can find the good in the baby. You can find the good if you're looking for it. But if you find that ugly, you gonna see ugly all around. I have never in my physical reality felt so much joy, so much inner peace, and so much love. And I just want to share this with somebody. Even if it's just for one person on this particular live, just somebody. If you focus your mind on being loved and being in a place of peace at all times, you will arrive there. It is my promise to you. You just got to pay attention to those thoughts. It is my promise to you. You do not have to be experiencing the physical reality in pain, in sorrow, in hurt, looking for love outside of yourself, because a lot of times, that love outside of ourselves, it'll last. It'll last, but it too will come to an end, because that person might begin to focus on something else. That experience might end. That person, or death might come, accident might come. Somebody probably don't want to be in a relationship anymore. But pay attention to the love that you have for you, because that is something that you can always travel with, even after this lifetime, because that's what you are. That's where you stem from. Find it within yourself. I'm about to go to the park and sit underneath my favorite tree. They have this tree. I might do a live when I get there. They have this tree that when I was in college, I would always go sit underneath this particular tree and do my homework. I love your energy. Wow, thank you for being you. Oh, thank you, Armand Debo. Maybe I'm tearing up that word. I'm sorry. And I'm gonna go by my tree, sit underneath my tree, and I might do a live out there. But this was a tree before I even became conscious. When I used to be in college, I would sit underneath this tree, and I was having problems with my homework or whatever, or having a good day. I would think it, and I would say these things in my mind, and sometimes I would talk out loud if nobody was around looking at me. but I would sit underneath the same tree and do it. And then one day I turned around and I looked at the tree, and I began to talk to the tree, and it was with all my knowing that I realized that that tree was conscious. And so it became my favorite tree. And I picked that tree because it was like the oldest tree. It looked like it had been through some things. It was right next to water, and so in my mind I was saying, like a tree planted by the water, I shall not be moved. That was my journey at that point. I shall not be moved. And it became my favorite tree. And when I became conscious, I started talking to the tree just as weird as can be, hugging on my tree, loving on my tree. I'm gonna have to do a live by my tree one day for y'all, so y'all could really see this beauty, or feel this energy and this beauty behind this old tree. But anyway, I didn't really come to talk about that, but it ties into my message, being high on life, because like I was just saying, you can find the good in an old tree. You could find love and joy in an old tree. You could find it anywhere if you're looking for it. Peace and blessings, Goddess. Thank you, Candyland TV. Thank you. I appreciate y'all being here. I just wanted to jump on for a minute and just talk about being high on life. You don't need the marijuana. You don't need the pills. You don't need the alcohol. But I won't judge you if that's the thing that you go to find it. Because at the end of the day, you're just trying to get a little higher. That's what we're all doing in the physical reality. We're gods having human experience. We have fallen. It is time for us to rise back to the age of Aquarius, and everybody just trying to find a way to get a little higher. And as I think about that, I think about DMX. That's all he was trying to do in the physical reality. Just trying to get a little higher. We could look at other people. We could say judgmental things against people. But collectively, every last one of us in the physical reality is on the same journey. This is my way of getting a little higher, learning consciousness. The church people trying to get a little higher, praising Jesus. That's why we shouldn't judge people on their journey. To each his own. We're all on a journey, and we're all trying to get back to the same place, getting a little higher. So however you get high, baby, go get your high. Get your high, just don't get low. We don't need to see how low you could go, because we've already been low. It's time to rise. It's time to rise. Wake up, gods. Be blessed.